Imagine waking up one morning and knowing it's the last day you'll ever see your home, the last time you walk down that hallway, the last time you open that window, the last time you sleep in the room that held all your secrets. We didn't sell our house. We didn't decide to move. We were running. When the front door closed behind us, it wasn't for a see you later. It was goodbye. And even now, I can still hear the sound of the key turning in the lock for the very last time. That sound didn't just close a door. It ended our old life. We were never planning to leave. Our house wasn't big, but it knew us. It knew my brother Omar's laughter echoing through the hallway. It knew the smell of my mother's bread every early morning. It knew exactly where my favorite toy was hidden under the bed. In the backyard stood a lemon tree. My father planted it the day I was born. "You'll grow together," he used to say, and we did, until the city began to fall apart. The factory where my father worked shut down. Then another one closed. Stores put up for sale signs. Neighbors started packing quietly, one by one. At first, my father said, "It'll pass." A month later, he said, "It's temporary." After that, he stopped saying anything at all. The night of the decision felt heavy. We sat around the table under dim light. My father looked at us as if he was memorizing our faces. "I found a job in another city," he said quietly. "We have to move." My mother didn't argue, but her hands were shaking. Omar slammed his fist on the table. "What about my friends? My school?" No one answered. I was the youngest, but I understood one thing clearly. We weren't just moving. We were leaving everything we knew behind. The morning we left, the moving truck stood outside like a silent witness. Neighbors came to say goodbye. Some cried, some forced hopeful smiles. My mother went inside one last time. She touched the walls gently. She stood in front of the lemon tree for a long moment. Then she picked one small lemon and held it close to her chest. When my father locked the door, the sound of the key turning felt louder than anything else. That was the moment it became real. The new city did not welcome us. It was loud, fast, cold. Our apartment was small. No backyard, no lemon tree, no neighbors who knew our names. The first night, we ate dinner in silence. Even the sound of spoons against plates felt unfamiliar. My father left every morning, searching for stability. He came back tired. Sometimes quiet, sometimes with nothing but forced optimism. My mother tried to turn the apartment into a home. She hung old photos. She cooked the same recipes. But somehow, it didn't taste the same. Omar came back from his new school angry. "I don't belong there," he said, and I sat alone during lunch breaks, watching groups of girls laugh together. I felt like I had entered a story halfway through, and everyone else already knew the plot. One night I heard my mother crying. "Maybe we made a mistake," she whispered to my father. "Maybe we should have stayed." My father didn't raise his voice. "I'm not afraid of struggling," he said softly. "I'm afraid of our children watching us drown." For the first time in my life, he didn't look like a hero. He looked like a man trying desperately to keep his family afloat. Months passed slowly. Then something small happened. "Her name is Sarah," I said one afternoon after school. She sat next to me today. It was a simple sentence, but my mother smiled like I had just handed her hope. Omar joined the school as a soccer team. He came home exhausted one day, but laughing. We hadn't heard that sound in months. And then one evening, my father walked in with real light in his eyes. I got the job. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't glamorous, but it was a beginning. One quiet night, we sat together on our small balcony. The city lights stretched endlessly before us, and suddenly, I understood something. Home was never the walls. It was never the backyard. It was never the street that memorized our footsteps. Home was us. It was the way we held each other when everything else fell apart. The way we stayed, even when nothing felt familiar. My father looked at us and said, "We didn't leave our home behind. We brought it with us." The next morning, I planted a lemon seed in a small pot on the balcony. It grew slowly. It adjusted to the new air. The new light, It didn't die because it wasn't in the old soil. It grew because it wasn't alone.